Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, dramatic new images of the Delta flight's crash landing, a new cross-country storm on the move, and the winner of $10 million. Miracle on the runway. A Delta flight flips over after landing in Toronto.
We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
Emergency crews on the scene in just minutes, racing to put out the fire. This morning, exclusive new video shows these chaotic moments. Passengers hanging upside down in the cabin, scrambling to escape.
Everything, drop it! Come on!
All 80 people on board the flight from Minneapolis survived. This morning, the investigation into what caused the crash, as one of the passengers joins us live.
How low will it go? Millions waking up to record bitter cold, with at least 25 states under snow and ice alerts as the new storm moves east. And we have the latest from Kentucky, the death toll rising after that devastating flooding.
Breaking overnight, top U.S. and Russian officials meet over the war in Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio there. We have the latest on the meeting starting just hours ago.
The top Social Security official stepping down after clashing with Elon Musk's team as they tried to get access to the system with personal data about millions of Americans, while they push forward with thousands of layoffs across government agencies.
Gabby Petito's parents in a new interview about their daughter, who was killed by her boyfriend on a cross-country road trip, sharing never-before-seen texts and video they found in her phone after she died.
Ryan and Blake back in the spotlight.
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
This morning, how the laughter could play out in the It Ends With Us lawsuits.
Oh my God.
The unforgettable moment for the winner of Beast Games, taking home the largest cash prize in reality TV history. Now, what he's going to do with the $10 million.
Live from Times Square, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Waking up $10 million richer. Yeah. All right. We're going to have much more from that $10 million winner just ahead on this busy Tuesday.
Yeah, we have a lot of news to get to this morning, including this New York City government in turmoil right now. We're going to tell you why the mayor of the nation's biggest city could be removed from office. This would be an unprecedented move.
But of course, we're going to begin with new details this morning about that plane crash in Toronto. A Delta jet carrying 80 people ended up upside down on the runway after landing. 3 people suffered critical injuries, but most of the passengers managed to walk away uninjured. We're going to talk live to one of those passengers in just a moment. But first, transportation correspondent Gio Benitez starts us off on the scene there in Toronto. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yeah, we traveled overnight to Toronto, and we can tell you it is cold, it is icy, it is windy. That's exactly how it was when that plane crashed. A wing ripped entirely off, another broken in half, and yet incredibly, every single person survived.
Everything, drop it!
This morning, new video showing the chaotic moments after Delta Flight 4819 flipped over on the runway at Toronto Pearson International Airport.
Yo, I was just on this plane.
In this video, obtained exclusively by ABC News, passengers seen hanging upside down in the cabin, held in by their seat belts. The flight crew seen standing on the ceiling.
Come on!
Helping passengers scramble to escape.
Don't take it away! Don't take that phone away!
Peter Kukoff shot this footage as he crawled out, telling CNN he didn't know something was wrong until they hit the ground.
We hit the ground and we were sideways, and then we were upside down, hanging like bats. It all happened pretty fast. The plane was upside down, obviously. Some people were kind of hanging and needed some help being helped down.
The 1 minute you're landing, kind of waiting to see your friends and your people, and the next minute you're physically upside down and just really turned around. But it sounded, I mean, it was just cement and metal, you know.
Passenger John Nelson filming the moments after the crash.
Toronto. We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
The Delta regional jet, a CRJ-900 aircraft operated by Endeavour Air, departed from Minneapolis Monday afternoon, heading to Toronto with 76 passengers and 4 crew members, landing just after 2 p.m. local time.
Just so you are, there's people outside walking around the aircraft there. Yeah, we've got it. The aircraft there's upside down and burning.
Emergency crews racing to the plane, 18 people injured and transferred to the hospital, including a child. But amazingly, everyone survived.
Most people appear to be okay.
Airport emergency workers mounted a textbook response, reaching the site within minutes. This outcome is in due part to their heroic work, and I thank them profusely.
Overnight, Delta saying the company sent a specially trained care team to support passengers and their loved ones. Ron James saw the smoke right before he was supposed to board his flight at a nearby terminal.
All of a sudden, the fire trucks and then a helicopter get, pushed out on a trolley, and thought there was something wrong. And then we're going to get on the plane, and then they just said, no, you're not going anywhere.
At the time of landing, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. The cause of the crash still under investigation.
This is an active investigation. It's very early on. It's really important that we do not speculate. What we can say is the runway was dry and there was no crosswind conditions.
Okay, so this major investigation is underway right now, and it's going to take a while, but I can tell you that investigators for sure are going to be looking at the weather to see if that played any significant role in this crash. But one of the things that I want you to look at is that in other evacuations, you sometimes see passengers bringing all of their luggage with them, taking it outside. When you look at this evacuation, you see everyone just leaving, getting out as fast as they can, leaving everything behind. That is how you do it, and that is how you survive, George.
Very smart. Okay, Gio, thanks very much. We are joined now by one of the passengers, John Nelson. John, thank you for joining us this morning. Walk us through what happened. Any warning at all?
No, it was a normal flight from, Minneapolis. I had been on the flight from Detroit coming into Toronto here. I was paying attention, watching out the window as we were coming in. I did notice the winds were whipping pretty hard, and the runways were snow covered.
Did the pilot say anything?
No, there was no warning. We were coming in for a landing, and when the plane came in, we hit the runway really hard, and extremely hard, and we kind of popped up, and it felt like we were leaning to the left. And then what happened was it was just incredibly fast. There was a giant firewall down the side. I could actually feel the heat through the glass. And then we were going sideways. I'm not even sure how many times we tumbled, but we ended upside down. I was hanging there in my seatbelt upside down.
So you're saying how many times? Do you think you flipped more than once?
I'm not sure. It's at least once for sure.
And then, so you're hanging upside down. How did you get out of your seat?
Yeah, at that point, everybody was quiet for a moment or two, and then everybody was trying to scramble to make a sense of what just had happened. And so we released the seatbelts that kind of fell to the floor, which is now the ceiling, and helped the lady next to me get out of her seatbelt. And then you heard the flight attendants yelling, "Open the door, everybody take your stuff and, get out now," right? So they were professional. They were trying to get us out as quickly as possible. Everybody in the cabin was, I would say, relatively calm. We all worked together and got out of there as quickly as we could, because we could smell fuel as we were getting out of the plane.
That's really remarkable. You're saying it was silent after you guys flipped over, and then everybody pretty calm?
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, it feels hard, but yeah, I would say that everybody worked together, and we just helped each other get out of there. People tried to pick up phones as we were crawling out of the plane, and once we got out, that was when I took the video that you saw, and then shortly thereafter, there was another explosion from the far side of the plane, and firefighters and EMT were trying to get out of the way, and they were professional and on site very quickly.
What was going through your mind? Could you believe you'd survived a crash?
No, it's something that I don't think you can ever even really prepare for. I just remember as we were tumbling, I was just trying to I tried to just keep from hitting my head, right, and just try to protect myself and my body. I was trying just to do the best to make it through it.
And you had your seatbelt on the whole time?
Yes, absolutely. Had the seatbelt on the whole time.
Has anyone from the airline contacted you since the crash?
We were escorted throughout the airport for the day. They did put us up in a hotel. There's been an airline representative helping us get toiletries and clothing and try to make travel arrangements for today.
Well, we are glad you're okay. It sounds like you and your fellow passengers really did keep your heads about you in an unbelievable situation. John, thanks for joining us.
We're going to turn now to millions waking up to record bitter cold with at least 25 states under snow and ice alerts. Ginger is standing by as a new storm moves east. This comes after the devastating flash floods in Kentucky, the death toll rising to at least 12. Alex Perez is in Louisville for us. And Alex, we know residents there, they're now bracing for snow.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Yeah, first the cold and now the snow. I want you to take a look behind me here. You can see this road is completely flooded. There's still a lot of roads like this, flooded and impassable. And the big concern now is that all that standing water will turn to ice.
This morning, the death toll rising after that powerful storm system slammed the southeast. At least 15 people killed across several states as millions face a new threat. After relentless rain submerged entire neighborhoods underwater,
all you can do is look at it and think, what in the world are we going to do?
Bitter cold now moving in.
It's getting really cold, so there's ice. Then we're going to have snow that's going to come over. You should expect conditions to be difficult.
In West Virginia, rushing waters washing away this car as people look on. Across the South, heroic rescues as first responders help communities dealing with the devastation. Louisville resident Carrie Guy says the flooding is only part of the disaster.
It looks like we're going to be probably displaced for about 10 days before we get back in, before the water level drops enough for us to get back into the houses.
And authorities here are very concerned about black ice on roadways. They're asking drivers to be extra cautious, or better yet, to just stay off of the roads altogether if possible. George?
Yeah, that makes sense, Alex. Let's go to Ginger now for more on the storm.
Yeah, the next storm has already started. I-70 had problems yesterday, shut down for a time. This is west of Denver, where the accidents were happening there. But I wanted to show you what's happening this morning. It is already, with winter storm warnings, moving across Kansas into Missouri. And that's where some of the heaviest snow will fall, in the Ozarks. Eventually, it'll cross across I-40 and exit late Wednesday into Thursday, parts of Virginia, North Carolina, and the Delmarva Peninsula. But before it does so, the heaviest snow falls there along the state line of Missouri and Arkansas. Little Rock, Oklahoma City have some freezing rain potential. And behind all of this, serious cold. We're talking about record cold all the way down into the plains, and the type of wind chill that can cause frostbite in just 5 minutes, guys.
Just 5 minutes?
5 minutes. So I'll get to those numbers in a bit.
So cover up, bundle up.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that, Ginger. We're going to go overseas now to breaking news overnight on top American and Russian officials meeting to discuss an end to the war in Ukraine. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, has the latest developments. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. A groundbreaking meeting between top US and Russian officials agreeing to start restoring diplomatic relations and embassy staffing. This is significant news taking place in Saudi Arabia, and they were the first since Russia's large-scale invasion of Ukraine almost 3 years ago. Secretary of State Rubio was leading the US delegation, saying President Trump wants a fair end to the war and guarantees that it won't start again in 2 to 3 years. Remember, there was an earlier phase of this war which began back in 2014, but Rubio also warning it's going to be a long, difficult process. Interestingly, neither Ukraine nor the Europeans were invited to this meeting. President Zelensky has made it clear that there can't be a settlement without Ukraine's involvement. And speaking just now, he also warned that as Ukraine didn't give in to Russian ultimatums back at the very start of the war, why would they do so now? Russia's top diplomat, Sergei Lavrov, leading the Russian delegation, saying America is finally listening to Russia. European leaders, though, I think are really nervous about being edged out, holding on an emergency meeting. And this morning, the French Prime Minister saying we're witnessing an unthinkable alliance between Putin and Trump that's marginalising Europe on its own soil. George?
That is clear, Ian. Okay, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to the turmoil in New York City's government. Mayor Eric Adams facing calls to resign. The governor considering removing him from office after the latest fallout from the Trump administration's decision to drop corruption charges against him. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky has the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, George. This really is unprecedented tumult here in the city. And this morning, New York Governor Kathy Hochul is going to consider removing Mayor Adams. A governor has never exercised that power, but Hochul said the alleged conduct at City Hall is troubling and cannot be ignored. 4 deputy mayors, including the ones who oversee public safety and public health, are resigning to stay faithful to the oaths we swore. a vote of no confidence by the top ranks of the mayor's own staff. And it comes just days after 7 federal prosecutors quit in protest of the order to dismiss the case, charging Adams with taking bribes and illegal campaign donations. Now, former U.S. Attorney Danielle Sassoon accused Adams and the Justice Department of letting the mayor off the hook in exchange for helping President Trump with mass deportations. Adams denied there was any such quid pro quo. Unless he resigns or the governor removes him, though, guys, Adams remains mayor for the rest of the year. Guys.
Yeah, we will see what happens going forward. Aaron, thank you. Coming up, we have the parents of Gabby Petito sharing for the first time never before seen text and video they found in her phone after her death.
Also had Rachel Scott breaks down the latest on President Trump and Elon Musk's new moves to reshape the federal government. Hey, Rachel.
Yeah, George, we're going to have the latest on the cuts facing these federal agencies with more layoffs and firings expected today.
And new at 7:30, take a look at this warehouse fire, an explosion overnight leading to immediate evacuation. Okay, stay right there. We'll be right back. Woo.
Okay, how can I help? I can take notes, get coffee, manage your calendar, walk your dog, carry your things, watch you sleep.
Wow, you have a lot of energy. Maybe you could just stay in one place?
Anything. Just call my name and I'm here for you.
Okay, love it.
Here on GMA, Inside Out 2 is up for the Best Animated Feature Oscar. And coming up in our next hour, we go inside the making of Inside 2 on the road to the Oscars.
What an innovative movie that was, yeah. First, new at 7:30, take a look at this massive warehouse fire in Pennsylvania. It was caused by an explosion. The building was evacuated. Schools in the Abington Township area are closed today. Also, dozens of people were rescued from their homes in Detroit after a water main break flooded part of the city. Temperatures well below freezing. The water in the streets became an icy, slushy mess. The water main has been repaired. Water is receding. As many as 200 homes were impacted.
Plus, we have an urgent search that is underway in Colorado for a snowboarder who vanished at Vail Mountain. Officials say Connor Gill was reported missing Friday afternoon. Since then, rescue efforts have been hampered by heavy snow and wind gusts. And overnight, new #1 Notre Dame getting their 18th win in a row over Duke. Hannah Hidalgo scored 19 points. Hannah has scored in the double digits every single game of her career. That is 58 games in a row. Robin, how many games in a row did you score double digits?
You got to have one.
Okay. You got to start somewhere, right?
But thanks for thinking that right now. But the women's game right now is wide open. It is so much fun to watch. Thanks, Michael. Right now, we got the latest on the Delta jet carrying 80 people, that ended up upside down on the runway after landing. Well, we just heard from one of the passengers. George talked to John Nelson earlier.
There was no warning. We were coming in for our landing, and when the plane came in, we hit the runway really hard, and extremely hard, and we kind of popped up, and it felt like we were leaning to the left. And then what happened was it was just incredibly fast. There was a giant firewall down the side. I could actually feel the heat through the glass. And then we were going sideways. I'm not even sure how many times we tumbled. But we ended upside down. I was hanging there in my seatbelt upside down.
Absolutely amazing. So thankful that John and all the passengers were able to escape major injury. We're going to go back to Gio Benitez, who's there on the scene in Toronto. Good morning to you again, Gio.
Hey, Robin, I got to tell you, when I first heard about this crash, my heart sank because I thought we were going to be talking about another deadly crash, just like we saw just a few weeks ago in Washington, D.C. So it's absolutely incredible that every single person survived. You see behind me here in Toronto, this is Toronto Pearson International Airport. You can see how snowy it is, how icy it is. It is windy, it is cold. So obviously investigators are going to be looking into whether the weather itself played a significant role here. There's going to be a lot to investigate. The good news is that you actually have the pilots to talk to, and you're going to be able to hear what they saw and felt and what may have gone wrong from their perspective. But no doubt about it, this is a major investigation because, again, it is just weeks after another major crash, and we're talking about another major airliner, a regional jet with 80 people on board. So a big investigation here, but again, that big headline: every single soul survived.
Just incredible. Okay, Gio, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to President Trump and Elon Musk's latest moves to reshape the federal government. The top Social Security official stepped down after Musk's team requested access to sensitive personal data about millions of Americans. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is tracking it from Mar-a-Lago. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And this is just the latest official to leave after clashing with Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency. And it comes as federal workers are bracing for more layoffs and firings today.
Elon Musk has got to go.
Overnight, protests popping up in cities across the country.
Where is Congress?
Hundreds demonstrating against President Trump and Elon Musk as they push forward with changes to shrink the size of the federal government. ABC News learning the top Social Security official has stepped down after clashing with the Department of Government Efficiency over access to the sensitive personal information of millions of Americans, including financial data and employment information.
President Trump has directed Elon Musk and the Doge team to identify fraud at the Social Security Administration.
Musk's team has also requested access to a data system at the IRS that retains Americans' personal tax information and includes their tax filings and bank statements. Democrats pushing back.
If you think there's fraud, then why did you fire all the inspector generals? Okay? If you think there's something we can do here, then let's do this the right way.
Across the federal government, firings touching more than a dozen agencies, from the CDC to Veterans Affairs, and even the Federal Aviation Administration. At the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the union warning they expect a 50% cut to the workforce by May. Sources tell us 15,000 workers at the IRS have been identified for possible termination, with tax season just around the corner. Victoria tells us she was laid off from the Forest Service in Montana.
Elon Musk doesn't even know my job exists, right? But we do a lot. I mean, I'm a public servant and I do this job because I love it. So yeah, I'm devastated, and my whole community lost their jobs, and I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Other government workers like Elizabeth Anaskevich, who works for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, says she doesn't even have enough information to file for unemployment.
We were just basically tossed out on the streets, and so that has been angering and heartbreaking. And our pay stopped the day we got the termination letter. So we're all without a paycheck as of Tuesday.
So the administration has not provided any clarity on just how many federal workers have been let go, but they did give every single federal agency a deadline of today to let go of any probationary workers. George.
And Rachel, the president has made a controversial pick to be the top federal prosecutor in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, this is an important role, and the president has nominated Ed Martin. Martin has pushed false claims about the 2020 election. He defended January 6 rioters in court, and then he ultimately, in his interim role, helped dismiss those cases and fire the prosecutors who brought those charges. He will have to be confirmed by the U.S. Senate to keep that role permanently, George.
Hey, Rachel, thanks very much.
Now, with our interview with the parents of Gabby Petito, the young woman who was killed by her boyfriend on a cross-country trip in 2021. Her parents are sharing never-before-seen texts and videos from her phone as the new documentary sheds light on the tragedy. I know Eva Pilgrim is here, and I know Eva, you had a chance to speak with them.
Yeah, I spoke with all four of her parents, and Gabby Petito's parents tell me they wouldn't wish this on their worst enemy. Since her death, they have learned so much more about what Gabby was going through in the weeks and months before she was killed. And now they're on a mission to turn their tragedy into purpose, helping find other missing people and raising awareness about the warning signs of domestic violence.
It's a story that was everywhere, grabbing national headlines, flooding social media. Gabby Petito disappeared in August 2021 while on a van life adventure vlogging across the country with her fiance, Brian Laundrie. Weeks later, Gabby's body found near Grand Teton National Park.
They said, we found remains consistent of your daughter. I remember I was crying, and I said, you have to be sure, I have to be sure if I'm making this phone call. And they showed me pictures. And I confirmed it was our daughter.
Her parents, for the first time since Gabby's death, talking about those difficult days in the new Netflix docuseries, American Murder, Gabby Petito. The family finding this text in her phone to Brian. Don't try to control me because it only makes me mad. I love you so much, but it's the way you speak to me that hurts me the most. They also found a letter Gabby wrote, giving them a glimpse into what was really going on in that relationship.
Brian, you know how much I love you. Just please stop crying and stop calling me names. You in pain is killing me.
But at the time, her family says they didn't know the two were having any problems. They've now uncovered video showing the two during their trip.
No, turn it back.
I'd like to report a domestic dispute. Gentleman was slapping the girl.
On August 12th, Moab, Utah police pulling over Gabby and Brian's van after that 911 call.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning.
We actually didn't see all that until the rest of the world saw that.
Yeah. They're trying to get my contact by my mom.
She says, can I have my phone so I can call my mom? And I didn't get that phone call. They didn't let her have her phone. At that moment, maybe she would have told me what was going on.
Weeks later, Gabby goes silent. Her parents now revealing their private texts at that time to Brian and his family.
Were you talking to Brian at this point?
I mean, I even went as far as I'm going to call the cops. And usually when you hear, someone's going to call the cops, you would be like, let's see what's going on here. And no response.
Brian eventually found dead after being declared a person of interest in Gabby's murder. Gabby's parents now hoping her story can help other people.
I get messages all the time from people saying, I didn't realize I was in a bad relationship or a potentially violent relationship until I saw her story. I saw it, I got help, and I safely got out. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today.
Gabby is there every step of the way with us. Every time we go on a conference, we come here. She sends us more of those signs. So I know she's guiding us. I know she's with us, and I can feel her presence.
Gabby's parents started the Gabby Petito Foundation in her memory. They've already been a part of changing 4 laws when it comes to domestic violence, 2 in Florida, 1 in Utah, 1 nationally. We'll have much more of this interview Friday on a 2-hour 2020. The Netflix docuseries American Murder, Gabby Petito, is streaming now. And they gave me this bracelet. It says, she touched the world, and it's blue because that's the color of her eyes.
Oh my goodness. But how powerful to sit down with all 4 parents like that.
You see the love that they had for her and the love that they had as a family and what they're missing, which is her.
Yeah, and they're turning their pain into purpose. Yes. They're finding a purpose to it and helping so many.
They are on a mission.
They are. All right, Eva, thank you. Now with our play of the day, a story of fire and ice. Speaking of fire and ice, Lara!
Wow,
yes.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to say this right away. Do not try this at home or anywhere for that matter. A group of professional skiers, emphasis on professional, made their way up the side of Mount Etna in Sicily, which, yes, is covered in snow, but also happens to be an active volcano that is currently erupting. Those skiers undeterred as they sought the ultimate thrill, to ski alongside a lava field, as one does. And that they did, the glowing magma field just beyond them. Italian authorities urging curious explorers to stay out of the lava flow zone. And here's a fun fact. Mount Etna is considered one of the most active volcanoes in the world. This recent eruption began on February 6th, causing a lava river to flow down the snowy slope. You're looking at it right there.
I mean, if you're going to do magma, you got it. Come on. You're just kind of just.
Well, I was teeing you up, Robin.
But I'm glad you emphasized, do not try this at home, kids. All right.
Very much, yeah.
Coming up later, the father of 2 who won the biggest reality show prize of all time, $10 million on Beast Games. And Larry, you got a lot more ahead of us as well.
I do indeed. Robin, Matt Damon is going on a big adventure. We will explain what you're looking at there. And then Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had their first public appearance since the It Ends With Us lawsuits that will not end. We'll be right back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Miracle on the runway. A Delta flight flips over after landing in Toronto.
We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
Emergency crews on the scene in minutes, racing to put out the fire. This morning, exclusive new video showing these chaotic moments. Passengers hanging upside down in the cabin, scrambling to escape.
Everything, drop it. Come on.
All 80 people on board the flight from Minneapolis survived. This morning, the investigation into what caused the crash.
Ryan and Blake back in the spotlight.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. Why? What did you hear?
This morning, how the laughter could play out concerning the It Ends With Us lawsuits. Former Bachelorette Katie Thurston revealing she was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 34 years old. This morning, what's next for her and why she says she's ready for this fight.
And no taste like home. Queer Eye's Anthony Porosky is here talking about his new show, and he's saying,
"Good morning, America."
Live from Times Square, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Anthony is bringing us some delicious dishes to Times Square this morning. We cannot wait for that. And Tori Johnson is back with day 2 of Deals and Steals free shipping. We love to hear those words, with prices starting under $15.
All right, James Longman is also live at the Vatican with the latest on Pope Francis's health.
But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with new details this morning about the plane crash in Toronto. A Delta jet carrying 80 people ended up upside down on the runway after landing. Let's go back to our transportation correspondent, Gio Benitez. They're on the scene for us in Toronto. Good morning again, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning again. Yeah, it was just weeks ago that we were talking about one of the deadliest crashes in decades. Now we are talking about a miraculous survival story right here on this tarmac in Toronto.
Everything, drop it!
This morning, new video showing the chaotic moments after Delta Flight 4819 flipped over on the runway at Toronto Pearson International Airport.
Yo, I was just on this plane.
Passenger John Nelson telling GMA about the moment of impact.
Everybody was quiet for like a moment or two, and then everybody was trying to scramble to make a sense of what just had happened. And so we released the seatbelts that kind of fell to the floor, which is now the ceiling, and helped the lady next to me get out of her seatbelt. And then you heard the flight attendants yelling, "Open the door, everybody take your stuff and, get out now," right? So they were professional. They were trying to get us out as quickly as possible. Everybody in the cabin was, I would say, relatively calm. We all worked together and got out of there as quickly as we could, because we could smell fuel as we were getting out of the plane.
In this video, obtained exclusively by ABC News, passengers seen hanging upside down in the cabin, held in by their seat belts. The flight crew seen standing on the ceiling.
Come on!
Helping passengers scramble to escape.
Don't take it away! Take that phone away!
Peter Kukoff shot this footage as he crawled out.
The 1 minute you're landing, kind of waiting to see your friends and your people, and the next minute you're physically upside down and just really turned around. But it sounded, it was just cement and metal,
Passenger John Nelson filming the moments after the crash.
Toronto. We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
The Delta regional jet, a CRJ-900 aircraft operated by Endeavour Air, departed from Minneapolis Monday afternoon, heading to Toronto with 76 passengers and 4 crew members, landing just after 2 p.m. local time.
Just so you are, there's people outside walking around the aircraft there. Yeah, we've got it. The aircraft there's upside down and burning.
Emergency crews racing to the plane, 18 people injured and transferred to the hospital, including a child. But amazingly, everyone survived. And that survivor, John Nelson, also telling us he kept that seatbelt on, and that made a huge difference. And he also listened to the flight attendants. He is calling them all heroes this morning, George.
Boy, and all those passengers acted with such calm. It's incredible. Okay, Gio, thanks. We'll turn now to the latest on Pope Francis, who was hospitalized on Friday with bronchitis. Vatican is now saying his condition is more complex than first thought. Chief International Correspondent James Longman in Vatican City with the latest on that. Good morning, James.
Good morning, George. Pope Francis has spent a 4th night in the hospital where he is being treated for bronchitis. Last night we had an update. They called his condition stationary, which suggests no worse, no better. But the Vatican is cancelling all his upcoming events this week. He normally has a public audience tomorrow. That will not happen. He will not take part in events on the weekend to celebrate the Jubilee, which is the Jubilee this year for the Catholic Church. Though they are calling this a complex clinical picture, which speaks not just to his infection, but the fact that this is an 88-year-old man. He lost part of a lung when he was younger, and he is in a wheelchair for much of the time. So they have prescribed absolute rest, which is what he is doing up there on the 10th floor of the Gemelli Hospital. We're told also he is spending his time praying and reading. He's also managed to send out a message to all those who've been thinking about him. He's thanked them for their continued prayers for his recovery. Michael.
Yep, and we send ours as well. James, thank you so much for that. And Americans are watching the grocery store shelves very closely when it comes to eggs. And bird flu isn't the only reason why egg prices are soaring. More Americans are choosing to eat out for breakfast. They're ordering omelets and other egg dishes at sit-down restaurants and in fast food drive-thrus. The growing demand, coupled with bird flu, sent egg prices up 50% compared to last year. Breakfast is like, why are you blaming me?
Who does like an omelet? Yeah. Coming up, our GMA morning menu. Breast cancer at just 34 years old. This morning, what former Bachelorette Katie Thurston is saying about her treatment.
Also, at the moment from the SNL 50 special with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Larry's going to talk about that.
Plus, we're on the road to the Oscars, and we're going Inside Out 2 with a deleted scene from the nominated movie. And Lara's with two special guests. Hey, Lara.
Well, we're going to start with Queer Eye's Anthony Porofsky. He's here to tell us about his new show, So Amazing, and also cook up a delicious meal for a cold day. And let's talk fashion, shall we?
Let's go.
Tori Johnson's also with us. She's got day 2 of her Deals and Steals extravaganza with free shipping. Tori, that's coming up, right?
It is.
Look,
I'm
running again.
I'm running
again. The feet are working, America. We're coming up on GMA.
We're back now with our GMA cover story. Former Bachelorette Katie Thurston sharing her breast cancer diagnosis at just 34 years old. Janae Norman has that story for us. And Janae, Katie says she is ready to fight this, right?
She is ready to fight, Robin, and she seems to still be processing the diagnosis, sharing the range of emotions that she's experienced in the last 2 weeks. As she says, her life went from planning to travel the world with her fiance to coordinating care for more testing and her treatment. Fans know her as the bubbly star of Bachelorette season 17.
So raise a glass and we'll cheers to love. Cheers to love.
But now, 34-year-old Katie Thurston revealing a shocking personal health battle, writing on Instagram, "Life update, I have breast cancer." Also disclosing the diagnosis, invasive ductal carcinoma, the most common type of breast cancer.
Invasive ductal carcinoma just talks about a breast cancer that's come from the ducts or where milk travels throughout the breast. And this is very common. It's about 80% of our breast cancers are invasive ductal.
Thurston, part of a disturbing cancer trend as rates in younger adults are on the rise, increasing by 1 to 2% every year.
Breast cancer incidence in younger women is definitely a combination of factors. The fact that we're having children later. Increased alcohol use is another one. Excess body weight. We as a society are getting heavier. This is also a risk factor. Environmental exposure is another one.
The television personality says she's waiting to hear the cancer stage, but knows she'll need chemotherapy, writing, "One thing I did early on was search other stories like mine, other young women with breast cancer, invasive ductal carcinoma, mastectomy, pregnancy after breast cancer. All of their stories helped, so I intend to be the same for others." And Thurston says that she's waiting on learning what stage she's in and planning to get another biopsy to find out more information. But guys, I was looking on her post that she shared on Instagram, and one woman commented a long thing about what she's been through. And she wrote, "The journey is hard and messy and full of impossible questions you never thought you'd have to ask yourself. But there's an entire community of women rooting for you, and so many people are cheering her on."
Yes, they are. Okay, Janae, thanks very much. Let's switch gears and now get the latest on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The couple made their first public appearance in weeks. Amid their dispute with her, it ends with us co-star Justin Baldoni. There's got the details.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. While the legal battle is turning ugly, the couple was all smiles and glamour this weekend. Lively has a movie out in a few weeks. She hasn't done any publicity for it yet, and that has added to the surprise of her appearance.
Blake Lively and husband Ryan Reynolds appearing at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary celebration, making their first public appearance since she sued her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Ryan alluding to the ongoing legal battle during this Q&A sketch with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Ryan Reynolds, hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
The couple's appearance lighting up social media.
Ryan Reynolds was just featured in a sketch where they made a joke about the Justin Baldoni lawsuit drama. This is insane.
Public relations experts saying making light of a serious legal matter can be a double-edged sword.
We can't be dismissive of the allegations that were raised, and they were certainly, very serious allegations. But I think that likely the response strategy was designed to be appropriate in tone and brevity for the venue.
Lively filed a civil sexual harassment lawsuit against Baldoni, her co-star and director on It Ends With Us. Baldoni has since denied Lively's allegations and filed a $400 million defamation lawsuit against Lively, Reynolds, and her publicist. A source telling People magazine Reynolds and Lively had a great time at SNL 50, adding, "It was nice getting out of the house and being around friends and familiar faces."
It's their job to make public appearances. They're going to have to hit the red carpet at some point. And so it was something that was inevitable and that they had to do, I think, to move forward with their careers and their lives.
And it made sense. Both Lively and Reynolds have hosted SNL. The trial for the case with Baldoni is set for March of next year.
Okay, what? It's coming up.
Yeah,
it's not
really.
I'm
gonna say, gotta wait over a year for that.
Wow. It's a long time. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be not talking about it.
Let's talk about pop.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in pop news. We're going to begin with our very first look at The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated film based on the Greek classic by Homer. This morning, we finally know one of the tightly held secrets, who the lead actor is. Universal posting this photo from the set with the caption, "Matt Damon is Odysseus." The film follows Odysseus on his tumultuous 10-year journey home after the Trojan War. I remember reading this book, and it was as long as the war. It will also feature an incredible supporting cast, including Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron, just to name a few guys. And that picture you see there is one of the locations for the film, Goat Island near Sicily, which according to scholars is the real island where Odysseus wandered in the epic story. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, set to hit theaters July 17th, 2026, with Nolan's last movie, Oppenheimer, taking home Best Picture in 2024. There is, of course, plenty of anticipation for this adaptation.
What a cast. Yeah.
What a cast, what a project, and what a filmmaker. All good things. Now, to our road to the Oscars. There are just 12 days to go until Hollywood's biggest night. And this morning, the animators and producers behind the Best Animated Film nominee, Inside Out 2, are taking fans inside the making of the movie, showing deleted scenes and interviews that show just how the magic happens.
What we learned from this scene is that the emotion of anxiety needs to be acting from a place of trying to help Riley.
Now what?
Ooh, fresh ideas, straight from Epiphany Bay. Cannonball, anyone?
Joy, we can't just go jumping in the pool. This isn't a little kid party.
What's the point of a pool party if you don't get in the pool?
Orange is not my color.
It's so interesting to see how it's done, right? That deleted pool party scene actually shows early drawings, as you saw there, of anxiety before the character turns into Maya Hawke's brilliantly acted version in the final cut. Inside Out 2 is streaming now on Disney+. If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic, and you can watch the Oscars Sunday, March 2nd, starting at 7 p.m. right here on ABC. What a year for the movies. And then also in the news this morning, a Frozen reunion right here on Broadway. Kristen Bell and Josh Gad, the voices behind Anna and Olaf, supporting their friend. There she is, Frozen co-star Idina Menzel at her latest Broadway show, Redwood. Gad posted to Instagram writing, "Like the giant redwood itself, my dear friend Idina Menzel towers above Broadway right now with her instantly iconic performance in Redwood opposite an unbelievable cast." Menzel, Gad, and Bell all taking a moment there to hang out backstage at the Nederlander Theater. The trio will work together again soon as the Frozen crew is set to reprise their roles for the upcoming third and fourth installments in the franchise. The third film set to hit theaters November 24th, 2027.
So glad they haven't let their Friendship go.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
it is a real and strong friendship indeed. And then finally, this morning, what might just be the best Amazon delivery ever. Check this out, Robin. This is your neck of the woods. A doorbell camera captured on the driver on his route in snowy Farmington, Connecticut, using a sled to get down and back to his truck on an icy hill. I love that. That delivery worker working smarter and having a little fun along the way.
I think I know where that is in Farmington.
Right? And it sure is cold up there.
Yeah.
That is a wise man indeed.
I wonder if he put the packages on the sled and pulls them up. And then take
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
The man has thought of it all.
All right. Your neck of the woods, Robin. It is time now for Deals and Steals, and this morning we're continuing the free shipping party.
Oh, yeah.
If you missed yesterday's big free shipping takeover, the good news is that all 18 of these deals, or those deals, they're still shoppable today. And Tori, you're bringing us 6 new deals right now.
Yes, we are. We're diving into skincare. We're starting with Sunday Riley, beloved for its non-irritating, fast-acting formulas. We got a couple of favorites here for you. So that one right there, Good Genes, that is a lactic acid exfoliator. So you could use that once or twice a week. Doesn't have to be every day. It's a deep exfoliation that's going to provide instant brightening in as little as 3 minutes. So it's a quick treatment. And then we also have right here this orange one of the most famous from this brand. It's the CEO 15% vitamin C brightening serum, and that's all about fighting dullness, premature aging. All of the products are loved. The sets have really good value today too. Everything 50% off plus
free shipping.
Free shipping.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this device right here? So this one would go on your hand, although I feel like you're never going to get wrinkles because your mom doesn't have wrinkles, so you've got that gorgeous skin.
Well, thank you,
but
Mama.
if you wanted to treat the hands that often show age or the neck and chest area, Foreo has these devices. This technology was once really only available in med spas. These use 8 different LED lights to combat sunspots, hyperpigmentation, redness, acne. Sort of, it will cycle through all of those different, or you can choose to operate it on just one single color if that's a particular concern of yours. We also have their facial rejuvenation device. You could feel this. You could feel that. That's using a lot of technologies that you would slide along your face in the right areas. You could trust me on it, but you can feel it's got massage in there. It's got the light technology. It's going to help tone, tighten. That's a really great one. 10-minute treatment 2 or 3 times a week. Everything from Foreo today, slashed in half plus free shipping.
I don't know how to turn that off.
Don't worry. We'll leave it right here. All right, we're moving on to Murad. Hydration is key. Hydration. So we've got their cellular hydration collection. You can feel that right there. Super soft. You can put a little of that on your hands. That's their for barrier repair and protection. So we've got their daily nourishing cream that's going to instantly.
Very
it feels really good. So imagine that on your
actually.
face if you needed to repair dry, flaky skin.
I like that.
We also have their sleep mask, which is really great. Put it on overnight, and it's going to help flood your face with that necessary hydration. And SPF 50, broad spectrum, great for the face. This prevents the problems.
Those wrinkles. There you
and
go.
sunspots, all 50% off, starting under $20 plus free shipping from Murad.
I love that.
Dermaflash,
Yeah.
2 of their most popular devices. This one right here, you're not going to demo it, but you're going to trust me on it. That's the Dermalux. It's going to take away a layer of peach skin, that like peach fuzz, that dead skin, so that it helps to make products absorb easier, makes makeup glide on nicer. This one, you could feel on this one, this hat uses an ionic technology. You could feel that right there in the tip. That's going to help to extract any dirt from pores. That's going to leave skin nice and clean. I know, it is
both
nice.
of these.
All 50% off plus free shipping.
Right, I'm going to do that. Okay.
Belief and Dr. Groot. We've got 2 options here. Belief, this is also all about hydration. Really great, especially under the eye area. Great products too for glowing skin. And then Dr. Groot, this is the #1 selling Korean hair care brand for hair thickening.
Really?
These 2 are designed to be used together, the shampoo and the scalp treatment. In as little as 2 weeks, it helps to reduce hair loss. So, great product. They've sold more than 40 million of those sets, all 50% off plus free shipping.
Dr. Groot, get you to grow from the root.
There you go. There you go. Serious skincare. We've got 3 different collections for mature skin. Some of us, we love our wrinkles, but
Mature
sometimes
skin.
mature
I like
skin.
how you
Yeah,
say that.
I'm speaking about myself here with mature skin. This one right here, Instatox. So sometimes you like your wrinkles, but when you don't, this is just a temporary fix. You pat a tiny bit onto the area of the wrinkles. It instantly tightens. You put on your makeup and you go. So if you want a temporary fix, this is it. 50% off and free shipping.
All right, do it on your fingertips. You can get away with anything. Nobody can track you. All right, thank you so much, Tori.
I hadn't thought of that.
You know what? So you had the 18 deals. Now you gave us 6 more.
Yes.
And we partnered with these companies on these great deals. Get them on our website, goodmorningamerica.com. And Tori's going to be back tomorrow and Thursday with more deals.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
And back here on GMA, if you don't get all the shut-eye you need, we may have the answer, because tomorrow we are going to reveal the winners of the Real Simple Sleep Awards, the aids that can help you relax and rest. Why y'all look at me right now? We're going to be looking forward to that, aren't we, Larry?
We want those answers.
Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow, Larry.
Yes, sleep and food, Robin. What more could we want in the morning? I'm with cookbook author Anthony Porofsky. You know him from the hit show Queer Eye. Well, now he's hosting a new Nat Geo show where he takes celebrities on culinary journeys, exploring their roots. It's called No Taste Like Home with Anthony Porofsky. He's here now to tell us all about it. I'm so glad you are here.
Thank you for having me.
I love the show. Traveling the world, cooking along the way. This sounds like a total dream job.
Uncovering like family secrets and all these like key members in our history, and just going through a whole journey through food.
And
like
also really,
dream.
you were just telling me about James Marsden in this episode, where you're also just learning real history, American history, while traveling the world. What can viewers expect from the show?
I mean, I think, you know, for these actors who we've seen on screen play characters, to see them in like their human form, just kind of like living through this whole journey and uncovering these things, I think is like an interesting lens that we don't often get to see. And just kind of like learning that we all have like these common bonds of you know, our family history that kind of ties us together. It doesn't really matter where you're from in the world.
Right, and the viewer gets so much out of it because you get to travel, you get to learn great recipes, and you get a little history lesson all to boot with your favorite actors, and you, by the way.
There we go.
So I want to show one clip. This is Justin Theroux.
Okay.
You guys were in, I believe, Italy?
In Emilia-Romagna, northern Italy, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
So I just found out that my great nonna is from this area, and family were farmers.
Surely she had chickens. In the past, you know, the animals, if they live like this in a natural way, with fruit, you are seeing what your grandmother was doing in the past.
I still think about those eggs. This woman fed watermelons to her chickens and oyster shells for the shells, and they were the brightest yolks I'd ever had in my life.
There is something about a European scrambled egg that's very different than American.
They hit very different.
So maybe it's watermelon. Now we know. I want to talk about a dish that you guys made that's very near and dear to Justin's heart. This is tortellini and brodo, which is basically a tortellini soup. We're going to make this. It's not hard if I'm doing it. And let's just get right to it because we have a lot to talk about.
So simple.
Okay.
So, in a large stock pot, we have a whole chicken.
A whole chicken in a stock pot.
All you need.
And you were saying that the broth is critical here.
Very important.
And easy.
Super easy. It's really like a dump and wait.
A dump and wait.
Just made that up. So we have celery, carrot, and onion.
Otherwise known as?
A little mise en place.
Yes.
So it's all ready. And mirepoix would be the 3 elements.
Okay.
So mise en place is the setup, and then I love all this positive reinforcement we're getting.
Isn't it nice?
And then you just put some water in.
Why are there 2 different waters? Just because there's that much?
It should be the bigger one, yeah. There's that much.
Okay. Well,
you're good. You're crushing
smaller.
it. You're crushing
Thanks.
it.
Okay, I'm going to just add a little bit more.
Excellent.
Tell me when.
You want to kind of like cover it up, so that's perfect.
All right, I'm going for it.
Great.
Okay, done.
And then you don't have to touch those, but bone marrow, really important, tons of collagen, tons of flavor.
So
you always want to skim the top.
These go into.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to do it.
There we go. Let's do it.
I'm just going to do it.
And then you're going to want to skim all of the foam that kind of comes on top, so you're going to have a beautiful, rich, clean broth.
Skim. And how long is that sitting? And
I would say like a good 3 hours, so that it's low and bubbling like
and
on a
that's
nice
on low heat.
heat.
Okay,
Yep.
There we go. Meantime, we're going to make the tortellini.
Okay.
And you promised us this is easy.
Yes. So this is the dish that that Justin's grandmother would make for him every Christmas. which actually originates from like Cento or the Bologna area. So there's a mix of pork loin, prosciutto, mortadella, and Parmigiano all mixed into this.
Okay, and can you get that mix at a butcher, or you would have to make that yourself?
You kind of have to make it yourself.
Okay.
This is one of those like situations where you want to spend like the day in the kitchen.
Okay.
Like pick a good Sunday.
All right, I like that idea
So
though.
perfect little
Especially in the
pea-sized
winter.
amount.
A little
Yep.
pea-sized amount, and
A little
then
bit
in your
goes a
little
long
pasta
way.
square.
And then you have, if it dries out, you can use water just to help bind.
Okay.
And then you fold the front tip so it looks like a little cannoli.
Okay.
And then
Cannoli.
press on the top.
Press on the top.
There we go.
I'm just going to repeat everything you say. Crimp the sides.
You're doing it. You're
I'm
crushing
doing
it.
All right.
Excellent. And then you kind of put your finger right here, and then you tie it up.
Oh,
like
it's
a nice
so cute. It's like a little bandana.
Yeah, and
All right,
it's a
and there
very
you
forgiving
go.
dough.
All right, we are running out of time, so
Perfect.
let's go. There's our broth.
Plop it into the broth.
It goes into the. Look at that.
They're going to tell you when they're ready. They're going to float up.
They float up. That's how you know it's ready. There you go. You've made a homemade soup that's delicious. Another episode, you're with Awkwafina, who we love, Emmy
Yes.
Award-winning actress. She's got a really interesting story that takes her, that has roots in both China and Korea. So before you guys went to Korea, you stopped to visit her grandmother, who made this dish, which you're showing us super quickly because it smells so good. Tell us about it.
So this is a traditional South Korean dish that Nora's Chinese-American paternal grandmother made her so that she could remember her mom, because she unfortunately lost her when she was 4 years old. So it comes together really quickly. Fermented black bean paste, and then you have some oyster sauce, sesame oil, mix it all together. And then
and we're going to eat. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to give everybody the recipe because I love talking to you so much that we ran out of time.
Oh, no.
Come back again, please.
I want to come back. Sorry.
And I know that you also talked with our pal, our beloved James Longman. You can see that conversation and get these recipes on goodmorningamerica.com. And the show is so good. No Taste Like Home with Antoni Porofsky premieres this Sunday, 9 p.m., 8 Central on Nat Geo. We're so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Streams the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu. I'm shaking a fork at it because I am going to eat.
Our next guest is the producer behind blockbuster hits like Girls Trip, Ride Along, and Straight Outta Compton. And now Will Packer's sharing what he's learned on his journey in a new book called Who Better Than You? That is a great question. Who better than you, Will? Thank you for joining us this morning, man.
Thank you for having me, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. And I saw you with this book, and I'm like, why this book? And why this book now?
Mike, you know, I've been in Hollywood 30 years, right? I've worked with some of the biggest egos, biggest personalities, some of the best people, and some of the most toxic people, too. I've learned along the way skills that are transferable no matter what industry you're in. And who better than you is a question that we all have to ask ourselves. Of course, the answer is no one. But you got to realize that your dream, there's not anyone on the planet more deserving than you to achieve your dreams. That's what successful people have and what they realize.
And so what are your top 3 keys to success?
Number 1, be arrogant. Okay?
Oh, that's kind of hard to hear.
Throws people off when I
arrogant.
say it, absolutely, but it's healthy arrogance, okay? It's not arrogance that says, I'm better than you. It's arrogance that says that nobody's more important than me. I believe in myself. It's a self-confidence. Not that I could be successful, but that I'm destined to be successful. The other one is the art of the pivot, right? So quitting is not the same as giving up. You never give up, okay? But the most successful people I know, they will change strategy. They will adjust. They will take a no or a rejection and figure out another way to do something. That's the art of the pivot. Never give up, but it's okay to quit. It's okay to change. And then the last thing is to be selective about your circle, right?
True.
You know that. We all have a finite amount of energy that we can give out. And this is a world where there's all kind of distractions. People are coming at you all the time. You have to be very, very selective about what you give your energy to. Don't give energy to things that you can't control. Have a positive drumbeat within yourself. There's a thing called the confidence muscle that I think you can build. And you do that by constantly pouring into you, not giving energy to external things that will drain you. Those 3 things will help you to be successful, my friend.
All right, so all the people who aren't getting texts back or email back because you've been draining me, I'm not doing it. I'm listening to my guy Will right here. And you know, I know people say if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
You say it's important that you did it.
Absolutely. There's a power in naivete that we don't understand, right? Sometimes we're trying to know everything before we do anything. And so I tell people, don't get stuck on the first rung. There's a thing called preparation paralysis. I got to be prepared before I go out. out before I do the challenge, before I do the hard thing, before I take the leap and do an endeavor. No, you don't. Sometimes you just got to start climbing the mountain. There are things that I didn't know that I realize now it's beneficial to me that I didn't know, whether it's Hollywood or somewhere else. You're trying to make a pivot in your life or start out, do something new. Sometimes you got to just go. You're not going to know everything.
Yeah, you're not going to come out and be perfect. I say everybody had the first day.
Yes.
Everybody expects to come out the first day and be perfect. Okay, what would you tell a young Will now?
Looking back at my career and everything I've been able to do, you know what I would say? Just keep going. That's it. And that's what I tell people out there right now. You're in a moment of self-doubt. You're in a moment where you're not sure what tomorrow may bring. Keep going. That's it. I wouldn't tell myself anything about do this, don't do that. I needed the mistakes that I made. Some people that are watching right now are making mistakes right now. That's okay. You're stronger because of those mistakes that you made. Keep going. The difference between the most successful people in the world and folks that aspire to be is the fact that the most successful people never, ever stop. Never give up. Even if you make wrong decisions, that's okay. We learn from them and we keep going. That's what I tell myself.
Gets in the way, you pivot and figure out a way to make it happen.
The power of the pivot, brother.
And it blows my mind because I've known you a long time, and you hit me. You kind of slapped me to reality when you said you've been in Hollywood for 30 years. When you only look like you're about 30 years old right now.
I started young, brother.
You have not changed one bit. But you're the best person to ask this because I got asked this a lot when they heard you were coming on. Girls Trip 2.
Yeah.
When is it happening? Is it happening? Give us the update.
Here's the thing. Now that I finished the book, okay, I got time, all right? Books take a lot of time, Michael, all right? I couldn't do the book and Girls Trip 2. Now that I'm done with the book, I've got it out there, something to whet the fans' appetite. Now I am full steam ahead on Girls Trip 2.
Perfect.
I'm ready.
We got it right from Will's mouth. And I love this. This book. Who better than you? That is the big question. If somebody asks you, always say yourself, but you really got to believe it. This book could help a lot of people, Will. The book is out now, The Art of Healthy Arrogance and Dreaming Big.
Story now about the biggest prize in game show history. Will Reeves sat down with Amazon Prime's Beast Games winner to find out what it was like to take home what a jackpot.
Yeah, I'll say, George, what a jackpot is right. I'm sure it felt pretty great. The scale of Beast Games was massive. Huge challenges, so many contestants, so much money. $10 million to the winner. His life has changed, and as you'll see, he plans to use the money to change a life even more precious to him.
Oh my God! He's the winner of the largest cash prize in reality TV history. Let's go! Jeff Allen, otherwise known as Player 831, is the $10 million winner of Beast Games.
It was an adventure of a lifetime.
It was an unbelievable experience.
Are you all ready?
The reality game show on Amazon Prime Video, featuring 1,000 contestants facing off in monumental challenges, created and hosted by internet sensation Mr. Beast, real name Jimmy Donaldson.
This is your last chance to take $1 million.
How would you describe the experience of getting this done and bringing it out to the world?
It was a monster of a project to set up, but to film it and then actually put it out there in the world and see people's reaction has been amazing.
Do not let him pick this briefcase.
Jeff's final challenge, Briefcase Roulette, a 1 in 10 chance for success.
I think 5 could be it. But in fact, I'm going here.
When I looked down and I saw the briefcase and saw they were numbered, I already knew where I wanted to go. I was in bunk number 6. I had a key number 6. There was top 6. I was going 6.
Jeff guessing the briefcase with the winning check on the first try. His wife and older son Jack there for the unforgettable moment.
This whole experience of Beast Games had to be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually challenging. Did you feel prepared?
I think being Lucas's dad has certainly prepared me.
I love you, buddy.
Jeff's younger son, Lucas, has creatine transporter deficiency, or CTD, a rare genetic disease that affects his brain and muscles.
He's taught me more about life than any coach, teacher, friend has, and he's allowed me to truly find the beauty in the bumps. If I can ever give anything back to him, I would be a happy man.
And Jeff says that Lucas suffers 365 days a year, so Jeff is going to walk 365 miles across the state of California, starting in the desert, going to the coast. He calls it Ruck for Rare. It's going to raise awareness for CTD and other rare diseases and conditions, using his platform and now his newfound money for good. That's
great. A worthy winner.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will.
You got it.
Coming up, celebrating Black History Month with the history of Black Wall Streets around the country.
We're back now with the hidden history of Black Wall Street and the movement happening all across the country to recreate the communities that thrived more than a century ago. Steve Osunsami has covered this story for such a long time, and he has more.
For many Americans, the story of Black Wall Street doesn't get much further than the 100-year-old massacre of Black Americans in Tulsa, as seen here in the award-winning TV show Watchmen, where a mob of white supremacists burned black businesses and homes to the ground.
Wherever you had concentrated areas of African Americans, you had a Black Wall Street.
But there's a movement today to recreate the self-sufficient black communities that thrived in so many other places in cities across America, even after Tulsa burned.
Why aren't we as familiar about the other Black Wall Streets that were across America?
It's because so many people are simply just unaware of the long history of African American entrepreneurship in this country. They were in small towns, in cities like at Sweet Auburn in Atlanta, Hayti in Durham. There's 9th Street in Little Rock, Farish, a street in Jackson, Mississippi.
In a neighborhood called Jackson Ward in Richmond, Virginia, this black woman, Maggie L. Walker, opened the St. Luke's Penny Savings Bank in 1903. Today, another black woman and her son are remembering her, celebrating 15 years in business in this same neighborhood.
But this is the area where we as young kids did all our shopping. I went to church and we went to the first black bank here. This is where we did everything.
To be a part of Jackson Ward for the past 15 years and see its revitalization as part of Richmond's revitalization has really been good.
A highway divided Jackson Ward, and what was once the Hayti community in western North Carolina is now divided by the Durham Freeway.
There were decisions being made in halls of state that were determining that these places should not exist.
It was once home to the North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company, one of the most influential African-American businesses in history. Cicely Mitchell is one of a number of black business owners bringing black art and culture back to downtown. Her jazz and wine club, called Missy Lane's Assembly Room, is a throwback to good times and great music.
We stand on that particular legacy of Black entrepreneurship. Missy Lane's, as well as some other new businesses, have come and started this renaissance of Black entrepreneurship again.
Birmingham, Alabama is well known for its civil rights history, but decades before those difficult years, there was the 4th Avenue Historic District with black barbers, music halls, and the Nelson Brothers Cafe that opened in 1938.
Yes, Nelson Brothers was started in 1938 by my grandfather, Daniel Nelson, and his brother, George Nelson. It's the same recipe from the start, recipes that have been passed on. So my goal is to provide the same great taste.
Now more than ever, these black business owners say it's important to show their resilience and determination. And they say what's happening on these old black Wall Streets is good for business and good for everyone.
Black Wall Streets matter. They mattered then, and they matter today.
I learned so much.
Yes.
I mean, I knew about Tulsa,
story.
but all the others.
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve
Really
Osunsami, for
great
that.
work.
Tomorrow, we're going to learn how to get some shut-eye.
Okay. All right.
I love Georgia.